Holiday shopping. There may be 30 shopping days until Christmas, but only 2 or 3 paydays. To create a sense of urgency after Black Friday, ask your customers, how many paydays do you have left for holiday shopping? 2 or 3? They make great store announcements. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. At XYZ Store, we invite you to dine in our restaurant with daily breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials served all day from 9 until 7. View our menu full of tasty meals, appetizers, and that great cup of coffee hosted throughout the store. Today's special fish and chips, $2.99. Lunch is waiting at XYZ Store. For building morale, announcements can provide a star quality for your employees. Introduce your staff when the store is busy. For live announcements, introduce a new cashier when they step up to their tills. Or if someone has become technically certified, why not let the customers know? Even one announcement with a staff member's name mentioned makes them feel special. Staff anniversaries as well for floor personnel.
Number 7. Recruiting announcers. Recruiting a less than enthusiastic candidate will not work. Public speaking is difficult for many people, so don't expect to be overwhelmed by volunteers. And paying someone to do store announcements is not a practical solution. It's just too complicated. With all the variables such as accounting, and what if announcements get missed, or someone from another department fills in for somebody doing the announcement. Well, in many stores, department managers or certain staff also have a propensity to add an in-store announcement to increase sales. Many department managers would love to get on the PA as prices have just dropped on a major item that needs to get liquidated. And if there are hundreds of people on the floor, why not get on the PA system and make the announcement? In every store, there are employees who volunteer their time for staff functions, such as health committees, staff parties, cards, birthdays, etc., etc. Now, if you have a volunteer committee in your store, suggest a volunteer for each shift to do store announcements and provide greetings and upsells during that employee's shift. Have one designated in-store announcer. Now, once again, you can use rewards such as gift certificates, cakes, thank you cards, etc. to do those in-store announcements. Now, that's all fine and dandy. However, I believe that enthusiasm is more important than experience, and of course, store managers stepping up to announce the better, as it sets obviously a great example for the employees. With scripts and a little training, in-store announcements are an absolute breeze. Over the course of this presentation, I've been correlating in-store announcing with marketing as it's a natural synergizing fit. So take a very positive, proactive approach with your employees to encourage volunteers to do in-store announcements. Encourage employees that if volunteering for store announcements, they'll be receiving immediate marketing experience, which benefits their careers. Marketing encompasses branding, imaging, community, customer profiling, displays, in-store promotions, morale building, and increased productivity. The main benefit to the employee, who may be working, say, in shipping and receiving, that they'll gain marketing experience by taking responsibility for in-store announcements. Part 8. Announcing tips. In every store, there are more than enough employees capable of doing store announcements. Male, female, young or mature, of every background. When I worked, I would often hear coworkers doing pages for codes or management, and their voices were pleasant and natural and friendly. You know, I often suggested that they try and do the occasional store announcement to promote the weekly flyer. No way was always the answer. Now, let me tell you, fear of public speaking is a myth. It is not true. There is no such thing. Now, the fear is making a fool of yourself while public speaking. Now that's the challenge. Now if I could remove that fear, would you be interested in doing the odd store announcement? For the in-store announcer, always use a script prepared by the head office marketing department. Now, if scripts have been sent by email and printed out, make sure the announcer has it make sense to them before they convey it via the PA. Read it over out loud 3 times, not slurring the words together. Practice by sounding mechanical. This loosens the jaw and the neck muscles for pronunciation, diction, and enunciation, or the act of speaking clearly and concisely. Now please don't be fooled that just natural conversation has loosened your face muscles for announcing. How fast should you read? Well, read like a tour guide, pointing out interesting sights while keeping things moving. Make sure there's nothing in your mouth and your lips are not sticky with sugar or peanut butter. Take a pause at the end of each sentence by taking a small breath while dropping your voice.
Creating an internet radio station. Here is an overview based on these 2 websites for building an internet radio station that streams live audio over your retail store's intranet that can be broadcast via your in-store paging system. Internet radio is an audio stream that sounds like a transmitted radio station. But instead of directing the program audio signal into a transmitter that sends the signal over the airwaves, you direct it into an encoder and server that downloads the signal over the internet. Our broadcasting method will be live stream type of internet radio. This is like listening to a conventional radio station using an automated program signal. Many over-the-air radio stations use automation to create program content. Your announcers will produce individual audio segments such as music, announcer voiceovers, and in-store commercials. Then create a playlist that Windows Media Player will use to play the segments for internet radio. We'll apply this method and put it in motion with the following platform. The broadcast server-side playlist type of internet radio. This form of automation, in which the automation system creating your internet radio station is Microsoft Windows Media Player. Individual audio segments or playlists are produced and then encoded into a Windows Media Audio WMA file. The playlist is created in a Windows Media Meta file with an ASX extension. An ASX file, Advanced Stream Redirector, is a special type of file which works closely with Windows Media. Through a URL address, the client's computer media player downloads the file and plays the items in the playlist. When transmitted through your store, you have a captive audience ready to be entertained, greeted, informed of in-store benefits, and superior customer service. This has been a brief overview on how to build an internet radio station. For complete information, please visit these 2 websites and follow the instructions carefully.